Hello?
Roll?
Are we good?
No. No, we are not. We're here, but it doesn't want to work.
Was it the race control?
Yeah, it's not having it today.
Alright, well.
Win some, you lose some. Win some, you lose some.
Is.
Let us just quickly share screen so you can see what I'm seeing.
Right, okay. Let me click that real quick. Beautiful. And press drive again for us.
Yours. And here we are, Imola, round
Finally
3.
here. Finally here.
A lot of technical errors, but we move.
We move. That's all that matters. As long as we're here, as long as we're doing.
As long as we're doing our bit.
We're doing the job. Yeah, doing the job. We're here with ACC Hooks Gaming League, League Gaming. Round 3, Imola. And we what are we both doing today in terms of drive? We have a what do we have? 28 drivers
Yeah,
today.
fair few today. Fair few today.
Yeah, 28. Big full house almost. Kind of what we were expecting at the
F1 chum.
But,
hey guys, I'm here to watch some ACC for once. Normally watch F1. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Well, thanks for joining us, chum. Hopefully you enjoy the race. We've had some technical difficulties today, but we move. Hopefully we can have a good stream.
That's it, yeah, hopefully. And this is round 2, not round 3. I think we just got Spa mixed up with that, by the way.
I think if you can get on your side, so you're going to have to bring the information now, because I can't see it.
I'll be your eyes and ears, buddy. Don't worry. I'll let you know where the fights are, where the laps are, who's saying what, and...
So chum, I think from practice we had Peter Weem, Joris running a mock, apparently.
That was until Santama came into the lobby, actually.
Oh, Saitama.
Yeah, he was the fastest alien-looking lap, so looking about 140 around here. Now I thought 142 was fast, but it turns out these guys were squeaking into the 141s. And
what has just happened?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Everything good? On your side?
No. Game's crashed.
Oh, fantastic.
Brilliant.
Even more issues.
Can't write it today. To think I started getting set up at 6:10, but hey, here we are.
Well, I know you guys can't see it, but sometimes it has set a 141.2 for the first lap out there now. So he is provisional pole, but I don't think anybody else has set a lap to really challenge it just yet. Until I bowl us at 144, I will keep you all updated whilst we do sort this out. Schmidt with a 143.5 heads into P2. Clark Kent takes that position with a 142.9. And it's still Santama at the top in provisional pole. We're looking at a lot of laps here, and Mustafa is 2/10 up on his lap. Van Bunker, our boy Pookie, is also up on his lap by 2/10.
Pookie felt like he was bringing pace today, didn't he? He really thought he was bringing pace today.
He did, until we realised he was up against, and Romeo hits a 142.4, puts himself into P2. So our boys Romeo and Kent taking up P2 and P3 spot again, following last week. It's gonna be quite exciting once we get this back up and back and away. We're back in, buddy, yeah?
We'll see in a minute. Let's.
I can't see it in your little bottom right screen. I think
How do you change camera now?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no. No. Okay. Let me try and remember. Is it F2? Right. And then your things pop up, don't they? I'm trying to think how you flick through drivers. I can't remember how you need to get your hood up for that one. I think to flick through the drivers, maybe.
Right then.
Alright, I'll give a rundown of the qualifying positions at the moment. So Santana still holds his P1 place with a 141.2, and J Wolf follows behind with a 142.3. Romeo P3 142.4. We've got our boy Pookie Van Bunker 142.5. So he is on par for the most part. He's not very far behind. Obviously, Santana's just in a bit of a league of his own at the moment by being
Crashed again.
1 second gap from P1 to P2. So we could see Santana run away with the race again. Well, hopefully that's not entirely the case, and hopefully we're proven wrong with that one.
Why is it crashing? Why is the game crashing?
Has it crashed again?
Yeah, it's crashed again. I can't explain what's going on. I can only apologise to people watching. This is the first time ever ACC has done this. Fortunately, on my end, my PC doesn't want to play ball. I can only apologise. This doesn't look well for me.
I'm going to blame it on ACC. I'll blame it on ACC. They'll have these issues elsewhere. Unless it's the safety car for F1 races.
No idea why this is doing this. That's like literally the second crash now.
That's all right. We'll keep trying to get back on, and hopefully there's a little bit of stability with this one next time we get on now. It's a damn shame considering how smooth the last race went in terms of streaming, and now we're dealing with all these weird issues for no reason.
Get a console. Plug and play.
Yeah, get a console. Yeah, that might be the play. That might be the play. Oh, sorry about that. So we'll give you a bit of an update whilst we're just sorting this out again. And so again, now Santana still holds his position. You know, like, I mean, he's doing 5 tenths now, so he's gonna
Is that usual?
that even more. I mean, it's looking like he's our guy, isn't he? He's the front runner now for what looks like nearly every race at the moment. I do say that. So Santana's 6 tenths on his lap, which put him in, he's finished it. It's a 140.6. And then Corsial, who is a new addition to the league, as far as I'm aware, is in P2, 141.6, followed by J Wolf with a 141.8.
Corsial, he's new.
Yep, yeah, he is, yeah. And Van Veen.
Van Veen.
I think he was in the last season.
Mustafin, Holgard,
anyway.
Ignatayev.
141.8.
We have a few new boys today. What happened to our boy Jabba? What's the case with that?
Jabba. Oh, you know how it is. The flight's delayed and what have you. He's supposed to be here, but I think he's just missed, unfortunately. So, I mean, the drivers are a lot safer on track knowing that Jabba's flight to Imola was delayed. Thank God. Hope he's watching. Now, Peter's Weem is P9, by the way. P9 for 142.3. So he's actually got a lot of stiff competition out there today. We thought he would be the one to be, I don't know, fighting the top 3, I guess. He proves us wrong with this lap now, because this will be the last qualifying lap, and there are a few people out there still.
Tom just parking it outside. I think that's people just calling it quits. Haven't got enough time to make it round, set another flying lap.
Ooh, if you could throw that stream up for us, so I can see what you're seeing, buddy. He's Weem 3/10 up, about to put his. It looks like maybe P6 for Peter's Weem now, so we're looking. The qualifying is near enough ended. Clark on a 1/10 up on his lap, which will put him only one position up, I believe, into P8 behind Romeo. Van Veen on a 2/10 up on his, and that will place him into P3. But at the moment, we're looking at Santema in P1, Corsiel P2, J Wolf P3. Great run from him. He's been doing very well actually in his races. Van Veen P4, but he is a 10th up at the moment. So if he finishes this lap now, he will find himself in the top 3. Will he? Won't he? Will he? Won't he?
Oh, Saitama's full second quicker than anyone else on the grid.
And Van Veen hits into the P3 position for qualifying.
That is astonishing pace to be a second quicker than most. To your near his compatriot is quite frankly ridiculous.
The RAF McLaren is something I very much enjoy still. It's one of my favourite liveries on here actually. I think they're called the Spitfires, I believe they're called, or some Spitfire McLarens. And then we're gonna press into drive mode again here now. You are watching, put your stream there for us, perfect. And I will keep us updated on what on who's where, and you'll just have to flick through real quick. Unfortunately,
yeah,
your race control's not working.
Race controllers are there. It's behaved like my ex-wife. Didn't want to know.
Do you have an ex-wife?
No, I will do. I'm speaking of the future.
Future terms. Okay, I like that. Or do I like that? Does refueling cost time? He asks in the chat. I believe it does to an extent, if I'm right. Of course, I think. But they do it whilst you change tyres. Yes, there you go. So you don't technically lose time if you're changing tyres.
Quickly before we start, I'm going to do a poll. What we thinking?
What we thinking? What to win the race?
Yeah. I
mean, all my chips are on Santema, right? Like, I think it'd be silly not to have them on Santema at the moment. A second lead in qualifying, a previous race winner at a Walkins Glen, our first race winner, and he took that by a huge gap as well. So I mean, this being 70 minutes long, if he has no issues, no troubles, no crashes or spins, then yeah, I think he'll
20 seconds.
He'll take this by storm. But I think we should really be talking about potential P2s and P3s, right? Because that might be where it's a little bit more interesting for this race, hopefully. But hoping. I mean, boy, Romeo's a bit far down than what we're used to, at least in Spa from Walkins Glen. And who else is pretty far down from their last race as well? Oh, Verhulst is
Malcolm starting from the pits.
Well, thankfully it's a formation lap, so I think hopefully he's part of this. I'm not sure how it works in terms of a full formation lap and being able to join from the pits.
Bit disheartening not having all the information at hand, and I don't know why. I've seen a massive green racing line.
I know, I'm pretty sure you turned that off last time, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. We love to see it.
We love to see ACC doing ACC things.
It is what it is. You tried your race control one more time to see if you might be able to.
It won't run. It won't run.
Be optimistic. Be optimistic.
No. Where's the racing line? Let's quickly turn that off.
It's probably not going to turn off during mid-race, but give it a try anyway.
What's it under?
It'll be under assists. It's not going to turn off.
Oh, it's just... I'm just shaking my head because there's just no need for everything to go wrong today.
Yeah, it kind of caught us off guard a little bit towards the end there, didn't it? Really find a reason why it wasn't finding the server, and we kind of figure out what was going on there and the rest of it.
Oh no, I've turned it off, Guns, but the racing line's still there. Like, I'd already previously turned this off. Today I loaded up ACC and it thought it was a new account, so that was brilliant. So I think what's happened is all my local data is reset with whatever livery I've put in. So I don't know what they did with the liveries, but it's clearly broken my save data files.
The last 2 corners now. So this race gets underway at Imola.
Peter Ween qualified 6.
Maybe Santama leading the pack, setting the pace for the rest.
Pace setter.
One can only cross their fingers and hope that nobody crashes in these the first tight chicane of Imola, especially with these buses coming through it. They are wide cars, and it's not quite like F1, where you got so much downforce you can just kind of squeeze through it. It's this might be a bit of a nice one with 28 drivers.
Sticking to the inside.
Get ready for now. We're about to start any minute, any second now. Get down this long straight. There we go, lights out and away we go.
Horsey got a fantastic start. What a run.
Horsey finds himself on the outside still of Santama.
Oh, there's contact.
Trying to give her no space. There's any bumps. Oh. And then Audi's gone off. I'm not sure who it is. Let's figure it out. Let's get it. Audi. Ooh, there's a few people falling off the back of the track. Hallgaard got caught in the mix. Schmidt, Sherlock, Ignatius.
I think it was Schmidt.
And I think Malcolm's only just managed to start the race now from having to start from the pits. Not sure why that's happened, but
Dawn's out. What's happened to Dawn?
Oh, we've had a restart.
Okay. That's caught us off guard.
That has caught us off guard. What? I mean, a few went off, but...
What?
I mean, I don't think I would have personally restarted on
the premise that people had an accident.
I mean, some people do. I'm not sure how many cars were collected. Was it like 4 or 5 cars? I think were collected, but I don't think it was anything.
I don't think they warranted a restart.
I mean, did they have to do the formation lap again? I think they will. Oh, I apologise for that, guys. We'd find ourselves doing the formation lap again on the premise of a lot of crashes at the start. I think, I mean, if it ends up worse this time, they're going to have to just stick it out and deal with the fact that, what Santama is saying. Yeah. It is a tricky first corner. Do you know what I mean? The tight chicane. So I think no matter really what happens here, someone's going to get collected. Someone's going to come off. You'll have to be the elite of the elite for there not to be some sort of mistake, at least at the start of Imola. Yeah, another full formation.
All new to me, this. People restarting races when they were not warranted. I wonder who did that.
I think hopefully the next one will be fine. A bit of a bummer that we have to go through this formation lap again, but now we know where the race starts. Right, again, so a serious case of deja vu, but now we're back at it. Fusion lives.
Again.
Malcolm's not in the pits this time, so this will be.
We call that Monster Reborn. Oh dear. Oh, thank God for ghosting.
I guess I'll have to keep us updated still. Is it not have you tried it again, or is it just not?
Oh no, no, it won't work. I don't know what's happening.
Not connecting.
No, it won't work. And I think that's the issue on why I'm crashing, so it's best not running it.
Yeah, it's a shame I can't stream my stream and you just watch from my stream. It might be the easiest way to do it. I'm not sure what the quality would be if we did that, to be fair.
Wouldn't be too bad.
Do you reckon? Should we give it a try and see what it's like?
Oh, not now.
You want to try it now? No, why not? We're on a formation. Might be the time to do it.
You gotta get your audio right. It's just not worth even attempting.
No, I mean like, I stream on Discord. You put the Discord stream up onto your screen, and then, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
It's not great,
but it won't be able to snap it, fix it, and get it looking correct in time.
It, wrap it, pop it, dot it, fix it, crop it. Alright, well, come to the terms now that there is no margin for error in the first two corners of Imola, so God, fingers crossed again that we don't have to restart this race or anything like that, or go for another full formation. Because I think if we do one more time, I think drivers are gonna lose their patience a little bit.
I'd be really frustrated if I was Corsial as well. He had a great run on Saintama at the start.
Yeah, he could have timed that really well.
I think he did pinch the position as well. He's really aggressive.
From what we know, but this is first race, so we're about to see now, about to get underway. Only a few more of us now. He's already kind of passed Saintama. Oh no, the side on side now. Here we go. Fixed his position. Here we go, guys.
Heading up to the start finish. Here we go. Oogly boody.
We're off racing, boys, and Corsial gets that start again by the looks of it.
He's getting a great run off the rip.
Let's hope now we can get through this first corner with no crashes, no mistakes.
Someone's gone deep on the brakes.
And this could cause a huge crash, and I'm hoping to God that we get through. Someone goes wide and they're on the grass. And I think it's been saved. I think we're okay to keep going.
On board with Angel. Let's see what he's got to offer. Stepping off, cutting the corner. A bit of a
it's a great start. That. There we go.
That's much better from the boys.
Much better.
Oh, what happened here?
Bit of argy-bargy at the back.
Dawn again. Let's not hit restart again. Yeah? Come on, Dawn. Let's not hit restart.
Dawn having to recover now from his incident. I'm not sure who it was with, but he's got a lot of time, plenty of time to make up the lost ground, thankfully. If this is one of the half-hour
Also having a look.
Yeah.
We all know what the McLaren's like on curbs. Very skittish. It's like a cat on marble floor.
Well, if we're looking at the top view, they are all McLarens, which I'm surprised, but also not surprised about. I mean, like it's crazy. It's terrible on the curves, but extremely fast car.
Can we get a nerf?
I think that's what we're looking at, right? Like this is clearly the faster car of the game at the moment, because this is just
Peter Ween on shore there.
And the laps have been set.
Tucks in nicely, getting a bit of draft.
Does Shaw just sticking it on the outside, but can't quite hold it as Weem just gets the better exit. And Audi's gone off there. I think the Audi of J Wolf just went onto the dirt and has found himself losing 3 positions because of it. And he's been swallowed by the BMWs that follow tightly after the McLarens here.
Krebs and Bumperclart, here we go. What have you got to offer? Well, let's make a highlight reel. Let's get it going.
Krebs being one of our previous fastest racers in ACC kind of shows you the talent that we have in the league at the moment. Considering what we had maybe, I don't know, 2 seasons ago or what have you, Krebs has now fallen his way into the midfield area. So
I can only apologise, people, because that's another crash. So
tell you what, try this then.
We're gonna have to do it on your end. We've got an hour, may as well.
See if you can check the quality of this one, pal. See if this is all right quality for you.
Yeah, it crashed again.
No, it's not going to be. I'm already streaming and it's already really low frame rates.
No idea why. Clearly something broken in the files with whatever liveries are in there. Just can't be spectated. So clearly something's gone on with the game files.
Do I need to set up OBS and get that on real quick?
I don't know what we're gonna do. I can't run the game because whatever game files are in that folder, the game doesn't like it and it'll just keep crashing. I suppose it's when we're on board with someone's livery. I'm guessing.
It could be the case. Let's try and get this up as fast as possible.
If you can share your screen, pop it out and I'll be able to put it on stream.
See what the quality's like that there. It might be a bit choppy considering it's a stream.
Can you change track position with a race control? Is race control working for you on that?
Yeah, it is, yeah. What's the quality of the stream?
I don't know. It's whatever you set it to.
It should be 60, hopefully. But obviously that's going to deteriorate on the premise that I'm streaming the game to you.
This is just not what I needed today. I ain't got the
time
or patience for it. You're streaming at 1440p, so if you drop it down to 1080p.
Let me sort that out, sorry.
That's probably why it's struggling.
Yeah, give me a sec. So share my screen.
Two immaculate streams and then PC don't want to know. I can only apologise for people watching.
And see if that works for you.
Working. If we get up there.
It's okay. Still, we don't usually have these issues, pal. They are just the one-off by the looks of it. How's it looking on your end? That looks all right. Doesn't look too bad.
I've got it going. You're gonna have to race director this fully.
All right, okay. Well then, let's try and find what we can.
I've got no information. I'm in the dark right now.
Oh,
I'm in the
God.
trenches.
We are in the trenches. So I'll wheel out the positions of each driver. Now we ask you the tight fight of Hallgard, Romeo, and Peter's Weem at the moment, all within 4 tenths of one another. And then followed behind them with Jay Shaw is like almost a train with Shaw, Thomas Fifi, Jay Wolf, Schmidt, who will find a whole train behind him too of Bumper Clark, Ignative, Mostafin, Clark, Ken, all within 2 seconds of one another. Bowler is behind them as well. And then behind Bowler is Summerhill, one of our actual faster drivers. I'm not sure how he's found himself at the back, but he's also got a train behind him too of Schlowick, Angel, Malcolm, Stepanov, Wilson, Krebs, who has found himself all the way at the back, but just made the overtake on his teammate Dawn.
Oh, this could make spicy general chat with Krebs, Dawn, and Fusion all fighting for 24th. We all know what it's like when tempers are flared and toys are going out the pram.
And Fusion just hits him on the straight, reminiscent of his F1 days in Imola as well. And he makes the overtake, not without some argy-bargy though.
He's making sure his presence is known.
Yeah.
He really is.
Fusion is aggressive and, all for 25th position, all in the point.
Well, I respect it.
I respect it.
I respect it. You gotta flex the muscle every now and again.
It is.
There's our boy with
how does he drop down?
The hood of bees, as we like to call it.
The bee man himself, followed by Mustafin and Bowler and Ignative, all within a second of one another. But no, it's close enough to make the mistake. And I do see a little fight just going up ahead here. And look at this train of BMWs. I do enjoy the livery of Shaw. His comic book BMW is kind of pleasant to look at. Superman is racing. Well, he's actually called Charlie Kent still, but
he missed the trick with C.
Ken. Yeah, we see C. Ken is quite clearly Clark Kent.
And we do miss the pink flamingo of Dawn. He's missed the trick there.
We find ourselves on the start-finish line, and a lot of cars making it. Shaw's looking on the inside of maybe, or even the outside of Romeo. I'm not sure. He's a little bit lost there. He's braked late. And he's took the
late on the
brakes.
Romeo.
It's right over the curbs to take the position from Romeo. And I would say those are two equal cars on the curbs. They're both equally as good as one another. The Aston Martin and the BMW. Both very, very good cars over the curbs. Romeo looking to take the wider line, maybe come in now and get the better exit to get the run in on Shaw. Thomas Fifi pushed out wide by Wolf, and they're side by side, and we're just going to pop to them real quick just to go to make these last two corners.
You can, Vic, you can click off the heads-up display, so you don't have to see the information.
I kind of like the information, I'll be honest. Let me see, where is this? Blank.
There you go. Yeah. So when we're in the midst of a fight, it'd be supreme if we could.
Just this long train here of kind of nothing.
Oh, that looked like a
he got a bit of all sorts there, didn't he?
Got a bit out of bounds there. Tried to make some free time. Our Tom.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a
warning.
Track limit, maybe.
That's a warning.
Maybe,
that was well over the sausage. He thought he was playing Most Wanted for a second. You seen a shortcut.
And now we're on the... so who's gone into pit there? Is that Romeo gone into pit? Romeo must have a bit of damage. He's gone into pit. I'm just going to go back to the battle here. Jay Shaw got Jay Wolf behind him. He's starting to make a little bit of headway now, a bit of distance from him. And Tom not close enough to make the overtake, nor anybody else on one another at the moment.
You're right, Guns. Some people love the car. You got to respect it.
Positions now. Santama, 3-second lead.
Hey, now that's a car. That's a car.
It's the lead that we thought was really going to happen.
It was an absolute heinous mission to get at the end. Racing around for 10 minutes.
And the
But
the last race.
when you get the car, it's nice and fun at the end. I didn't like the follow-up on Carbon, to be honest. I weren't a fan of that.
Of course, you're not far behind either. Followed by Van Veen.
I do like that livery.
The purple
something about purple and it just makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. Maybe it's Barney. Homage to Barney.
Look cool. You won't be able to hear the.
It's not on my end
all too well, unfortunately, F1 Chummies, because we had a bit of a stream issue, and so we're kind of streaming off a stream, so to speak. So
isn't that Reptile Guns? He's purple and green, isn't he? From the Rugrats. That's Reptile, right?
Crew maybe turn it up, but other than that, if there's nothing more you can do, then unfortunately, that the audio for the
it is fully maxed out.
Yeah, there's not really much we can do.
It's maxed out on all audio. So
just had a few. We've had a few. Some difficulties. Yeah, a few would be it.
The fingers are started setting up at 6:10, ready for the stream at 7, and up until I press start streaming, the issues wouldn't have been beknownst to us until we started streaming.
Yeah, fortunately. We'll get back to the race now, though, and Pookie finds himself just kind of driving by himself. No, the next car behind him is.
Holgard.
Was it 8 seconds? Yeah, he's at 8-second gap.
What position is Pookie in right now?
Pookie's fourth position, P4 for Pookie.
Thank you, Chum, man. Appreciate it, because my head is hot right now. I need all the kind words and favourable comments.
Moser wheel, he's back to the G29.
Oh, so. that's not a good look for Moser as a brand.
I know, yeah, we're out in them. For Pookie's sake. Buy Fanatec, guys. Buy Fanatec.
Listen, I'm looking at the full bundle, the GT7 bundle. I've got my eyes on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of purchasing the bits month by month. The base and the what have you. Just doing it one by one, and then over the course of 3 months, I'd have myself a setup. So it'd be pretty nice, actually. I might end up doing that.
Hey Vic, the people in chat are screaming for HUD, please. Give them some HUD action for a bit. No, just for a bit. I only said while we're seeing a fight unfold. That's all I said.
There we go, guys.
Yeah, leave it like that. I like it like that.
It just unfolds.
I love seeing the trap map.
God, Lord. And
Holgard and Peter Ween, 5.5 seconds between each other. Oof.
There's just a huge gap between a lot of people here, man. And Bumperclaw has me. Oh, Bumperclaw's gone off.
He's gone nomad. He's gone full nomad.
Yeah, the Spitfire has hit the dirt. And somebody else has just hit the dirt.
Was that Ignatieff?
Who was that? I couldn't tell who that was.
It looked like Ignatieff. He's just spun out.
It was a green McLaren.
Yeah, it was Ignatieff.
If there's any damage on the car, I can't see any at the moment.
I think he saved it. Who's that in the rear?
And that's Angel in the mud as well on the Audi. Oh, Angel.
Like in real life, mudded.
A lot of people picked Audi this season for believing that it was one of the better cars. And I did say it's a little bit of a dicey one. It ain't for me. It's a little bit too loosey-goosey on the rear. And
that's pretty much how much I spent on my first PC guns. It was
very difficult.
It was expensive.
Possibly around here.
And then
his teammate is only ahead, and that's just what they have in common.
And then I did further upgrades to it.
On track.
They ain't showing today, but there was an extra 2K spent on it.
Teammates of Sherlock, Sherlock's Angels, should we say? Team of Sherlock Angels. And then speaking of teammates, we also do have Krebs and Dawn following behind, with Fusion not so far behind back as well.
I do like the Audi for its. I love MR cars for the extra rotational. You get round corners, it's something about it just turns so easy. I've never been a fan of like Porsche's rear.
Ooh, Fusion just gets out of all sorts there, just onto the mud. A bit too aggressive.
What do you have, Chum? PS5, PS4.
I mean, Holgard's
old Xbox.
now.
What we running?
Looking to make into P5.
And it's like a symphony, that V10, an absolute symphony, guns.
The previous race of Walkins Glen. Peter Zweem, I think, finished ahead at Watkins of Hargard, but Hargard still had a good race. I think Hargard lost 2 positions, wasn't it, on the last lap, if I believe.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Listen, sorry, what was that, buddy? I was just speaking to chat.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hargard lost two positions, if I'm correct, didn't he? Oh, and speaking of losing position,
that's
he's
heavy
got
damage.
Oh,
that is heavy damage. That's going to be a long stint in the pits.
Oh,
no.
He's seriously under threat of just losing so much. Not only does he have to recover himself and get himself to the pits in time, but he's also going to be there for quite a while. And
is he the NSX is MR, isn't it? The engine is in the mid, if I'm not mistaken. So he might have got away with light damage.
Yeah, it's certainly not back heavy anyway. It's yeah, and it does feel quite similar to Thingy, actually. And I'm just going to pop back here whilst he goes into the pits there.
1050 Ti is nothing to be sniffed at, as a mobile GPU.
Thomas Fitzgerald playing our own Lex Luthor as Clark.
Thanks, Guns. I thought it was.
Straight line speed on the Aston Martin, just cruising.
Yeah, he'll have
past.
heavy damage, chum.
Took the position straight from Tom, and Shaw's just in the slipstream now of Clark Kent. He took the inside. Will he be clean through here? Tom fends him off for the time being. It's great defending, but Shaw still has the exit, I believe. And Schmidt's involved as well now, and he's looking to take that position, but he's not managed to get ahead of Shaw there.
I'm liking this little battle
for
eight.
Yeah, I do. I like
this
little midfield fight. Yeah, I mean,
we've got Clark Kent. He looks like someone's hitting with some kryptonite because he's not as quick today as he normally is.
Yeah, it seems the top 6 have kind of ran away with the race a little bit, and
we need a Lex Luthor in there.
Here. Yeah, I think 1 second. What? Oh, okay. Well, this is fantastic. I think Hargard has disconnected of sorts. He is just in the trees. I'm not sure. You can't park there, sir. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we're gonna
simple bare necessities, I guess.
It's just in a tree.
Every stream we catch someone. They don't like it, but hey, you're gonna have to lump it because you're on CCTV. We will see you.
Camera. Yeah, you can't hide in the trees from us, Hargard.
We always catch it, no matter what. We always seem to catch it. It's brilliant.
Don't understand, but we're just going to be to Schmidt because there is a switch of position between Bowler and Schmidt. And Bowler, who was unlucky last time to get caught up in
wide.
Into the
He's going to lose some ground to Summerhill. He had a really poor exit compared to Summerhill, who's probably got the run on him now.
I think Mustafin's a change of livery.
He really has. Oh, what an overtake. Nice. Just textbook. Textbook.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Mustafin and the Mercedes.
Not like Fusion earlier. I had to let him know he was there.
Yeah, just beat him up, punch him up on the side of the track.
Do you remember that motorbike game? Was it Road Rash? Road Rage?
Road Rash. Get the chain out and start whacking them in the head. Yeah. Similar. Ooh, just nearly caught the back of Mustafin's. A bit of an early break there from.
What kind of lead has Saitama got at the moment?
It's a ridiculous one. It's a 6.6 lead going into 6.7 now.
On how many?
He's up on his lap.
11 laps.
He's also set the best lap by a strong 7/10. I think Santama's in the wrong league if he's looking for any sort of competition. In all honesty, it's
I think he just wanted an ego lift.
I think it is.
He's a big bully.
Oh, we use a application called Race Control. It's what currently Crucify was having difficulties with. It's like a third party app, I believe.
It connects to the server you're racing in.
Yeah.
Outside of the game, so you can control without actually running your mouse over your screen and just being a bit of a nuisance. Like when I'm pressing F2 and going through the cycle of the settings, it just simply goes straight to it. It's a seamless piece of gear that didn't seamlessly work today.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just doesn't work properly. It's like it's very
I think
touch and go. It's
probably with what's happened in such a short period of time. When you're downloading the new liveries, updating the game thinking I was new. I think that's what's probably happened to the file for race control, and I didn't think it would do that, but hey ho, here we are. It's probably lost the code in which it can gather the server information from when racing. But we move.
Peak having a fantastic race at the moment.
He really is. He was talking himself up prior to the race. He was feeling himself.
He deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. He's in a strong, P4 position. He is. I think he's about to lap Romeo. I think Romeo had to pit now, didn't he?
I did say this, like when we did used to race ACC for fun. This man had pace, and it's whether we'd ever see the pace on a regular basis, or he was even remotely taking it seriously at times, because he used to pit cars just to make it harder for himself and easier for ourselves. When we used to race, I remember he picked, what car was it? I think it was the Lamborghini.
Say what you want about Vic. He just all he does is take me out. That's all he does.
Hey, listen, we will not have that slander here.
That's all he's good for.
Slander, that's suable.
Hughes Weem 6.4 seconds behind
Joris, our boy Joris.
Joris. Hughes Weem P5, and this is kind of where we thought we'd see him now anyway, wasn't it?
Hey, Pookie's missed a trick there, seeing as he's called Van's Bunker. There's a Van's livery. He's missed a trick.
I think he probably did that on purpose, in all honesty. I'd probably avoid it too. Oh, you see Clark Kent followed by
TomTom.
Yeah, our F1 leader TomTom. Not quite the same pace in ACC, unfortunately, but
not the big bully here.
Yeah, still respectable though.
It's a big fish, small pond over there. Yeah. Real racers over here. I'll carry on banging that door.
We'll see if that changes in the future. But right now, these two look kind of stuck in position.
How do you know Joris guns?
And look like Tom was following his line.
You knew him. Why is he dead?
It's very easy to
Rest
do
in
when
peace,
you follow
Joris.
somebody is accidentally follow their line through certain positions. We're just going to find our way down now, and Jay Shaw with the comic book livery on his BMW, just followed by a huge train of drivers that all seem to be around the same pace now. And behind him we do have Bowler, who's having a great race if you compare it to his last one at Walkins Glen, where he did get into a bit of a off with, I think it was Slowick, if I believe. I think
an old scuffle.
Yeah, I think he took the curb. They both had a little bit of a bump, and he goes straight into a wall, and pretty much that was Bowler's race out. But I mean, hopefully now Bowler.
Oh, someone's getting blue flag there. Who's running slow?
It's Angel. It's Angel. Angel is the blue flag. He is being lapped currently by the midfield. I think he got that damage early, and he's had it early. So I mean, but he's not entirely out of the race.
Over my head, gun. Sorry, buddy.
Mandatory pit stop.
You'll have to tell me what it's from.
You have to change your tyres.
Ah, Macbeth.
At least once.
So, I'm not that literate, to be honest.
Fuel plays a lot.
I'm not that well read.
Half fuel to get a bit more pace. You could run fuel and not refuel.
I need pop-up books and crayons.
Whilst get your tyres changed. And yeah, so Angel's not entirely out, although he's probably feeling a little bit defeated over the amount of overtakes that are happening on right now. We do have something going on over here, and I'm not sure what's happening. It's just J Wolf pit, and that would explain the overtakes, and Stepanov just cheekily overtaking in the pit. And Fusion finds himself.
Yeah, what happened today? Why aren't you boys here? Listen, you've missed a lot of technical difficulty 6. Let's just say the boy's head is hot.
Made by a few other drivers in front of him.
But we move.
Or maybe even behind him.
Hope you had a great holiday, by the way, man.
Sinister 6. I'm going to assume that's Big 6.
It's the big boy himself. Yeah, it's the big boy himself. Yeah.
Is it him? I'm not.
Yeah,
he's so sinister. The only thing that's sinister is his forehead, and we all know that.
Oh my god, I was going to say his breath, but if we're going to attack him on a physical level, then I'll see you later.
Oh god, I don't say there's overtakes there, but I think that
You know what? This man came in here with nothing but positivity, and you just attacked him personally.
Guess what he deserves.
They got back literally 20 minutes ago. Fair play, boys. Fair play. Where did you go? Chum's loving that. Chum is loving that comment.
Tom has closed the gap a little bit on our boy Clark Kent, but not enough to make the overtake just yet. And we are seeing Mustafa extremely close to Summerall.
Good old Cyprus, eh? Does that mean a fellow Cypriot now? You get to smash plates on the ground, or is that the Greeks?
Squeezes in there. Mustafa having to take the outside line.
Great defended by Summerall. That's what I love about GT racing, man.
That wasn't defended. That was an
overtake. Not? Was it?
No, it was an overtake.
I'd come in late. I was talking to chat. What? Summerall's just putting on a clinic right now with these overtakes.
That was a great overtake.
Clinic
inside there, but I think Mustafa got a bit out of sorts and onto the dirt, which allowed Summerall a gap just to take on the inside there on the almost a hairpin. And speaking of out,
not sponsored by the way, but Vimto, if you want to, I'm all ears.
Trouble with the Mercedes, and Schmidt is licking his lips now, looking to make the overtake, hoping that Mustafa again has another and these next few.
Come on, at least attack the curbs. That was light-hearted.
You can in the Mercedes. I'm not sure what the fear is. I used to run that thing right over every curve possible.
We're gonna have a scuffle here, Guns. How can you not like that stuff? It's brilliant.
I'll always root for the Mercedes in this game.
Black currant, not your flavour.
Especially the pink one, unless it's fusion driving.
I'd say top tier at the moment for me, Fanta Lemon. Just for me, the best summer drink going. Followed closely by Dr Pepper and Iron Brew.
Flick through again now and see where everybody's at, and Santana finds himself in an almost 10-second gap now.
Ooh. Is that 13.8 seconds Corsiol is behind now?
He is 10 seconds Corsiol now. He's just going himself through now through the chicane that he's just gone through.
Elite, that's why, Guns. It's elite.
He's only ever getting bigger between him and the rest of them. You don't even want to know the gap between this and the Corsiol right now. It's a disgustingly huge gap.
Peter Weem up to third. Where's Peter Romeo? Where's he today?
Romeo will
Romeo done.
Romeo, he did have to pit
20 seconds.
He has pitted. He has pitted. I believe. Pitted. We are 41 minutes left of the race, so we're still. We're still.
I think we can definitely get an.
Yeah, we're not halfway through the race. Halfway point, 35 minutes, and then they'll probably get their pit done and want to end that way. But Romeo did it early, so maybe there's a strategy involved with Romeo that we're not aware of as of yet. So, and I still said, yeah, there is no Juliet, there is no love story for Romeo at the moment. And that makes me worry about the ending too. This thing we want to see is Romeo kill himself on the corner. That's the next thing we want to see.
Where's Blastoise today? Where is he?
Blastoise.
Where is he?
Respectable P26 for Blastoise. He's all the way at the back. It's a misery race for Sherlock, I gotta say. Sherlock's Angels are in the at the moment. Neither are in the points. And I'm only ever going to blame that Audi.
Hey, all Guns with the subscriptions. Thank you, man. Hit us with the Prime.
I don't know.
Big up the Huts. We love to see it.
He's getting blue flagged now, and Bomber Clash went to pass him as fast as possible without any mistakes. We're just going to go for the Bowler because now he's being attacked by Summerall trying to make another overtake on Bowler.
Did you see that? Someone just got DQ'd. Can you go to the log and find out what happened quickly?
I can. Bear with me. Log. Would it be at the top?
Me don't know.
Neither do I. That's fine. Oh man, it's just lap completed. Bear with me. In lap.
Number 77. Ooh. Getting a bit touchy there by Bowler and Summerall.
don't see a number 77 here with any sort of contact or thingy.
Bowler having a little sniff, seeing if he can at least put his nose there. 52 with his drive-through cleared. When I see race control, I always think of right control. I have no idea why. I always look at my keyboard when I see it. I'm like, where? Where is it?
Well, who was that? I don't know who 77 is. Ignative, and I think that is just because he's in pits. I think he's just stayed in pits. The bowler's made a cracking overtake on the straight there. Straight line speed of that BMW blew the McLaren out of the way there to make that corner. Summerall was having to
getting a bit sketchy on the exit.
Yeah, he's having to work for this position again now. Just taking it. It's a shame, but
Bowler doing bowling things.
Now. Yeah, Pete Bowler at the moment, but he is followed behind by 3 other drivers who are looking for those extra points today.
You can see
and Schmidt definitely.
You can see Vic. What position did Summerall start? It should say like plus or minus.
If I go on him,
I think it's at the top. If you click across at the top, where it say like qualifying lap.
He's saying he's up 20 positions by the looks of it.
Hey,
26? Surely not. Qualifying view race. Yeah,
I don't know, but
up 20 places, and which is incredible. I mean, Bowler's up 16 places too. Malcolm up 17 places.
I'm confused how his actual numbers changing from 22 to 21 to 20.
I don't know if it's entirely what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let's have a little look.
But it's, I mean, there's not much going on behind now. There's few of the fellas coming out of the pit.
Speeding in the pit lane, it was. Cheers, Guns, for that. Thank you. Number 77, disqualified for speeding in the pit lane. He must have been coming in hot.
Hot is yeah, Ignative. They're now disqualified for that, I believe.
Came in like this.
Krebs has a drive-through too, and I'm wondering what that's for.
Being Krebs, maybe?
Maybe. I mean... Complete contact. It doesn't tell me what the what that was potentially for. But Krebs there making the overtake on Shankstar, and we're wondering if Shankstar's going to put that in his. That's a great overtake from Krebs there.
I'm gonna do a little poll quickly while you're having a look at that.
Oh well, our keepers in here now. The Bowler's still running in P5. Staffing not far behind him, and I believe, if I'm right, the Summerall, who I can't seem to find now. Where? Oh, he's dropped back, and Summerall must have had a bit of a mistake of sorts, because he's allowed Verstappen and Bowler to get away from him now, and I can imagine it was from a potential mistake he had made.
Is anyone who you'd like to put forward for driver of the day? I've got Summerall, Saintama, and Shaw for now. Is anyone that you'd like to put forward? Tom, I think Tom's pitted. I think Tom's gone and hit the pits.
Yeah, he's found himself into P4. He might be a bit early for driver of the day, unless we're doing it just by halfway through the race. But I couldn't. No, I mean, it would have to be Summerall at the moment, right? With the 20 position game.
Yeah, this poll will go on for the rest of the duration of the race. So you could always vote over.
Their vote mid-race. Can they vote if they pick? Can they vote again for change? Drive-through cleared on number 27. So Krebs has now done his lap, his drive-through, and so now his race is I don't want to say ruined, but it's certainly not in the best of positions. And now he finds himself with his teammate. And I say he finds himself with his teammate's lapping him. So it's Dawn, his teammate's having a much better racing than Krebs. And car 555 it's just stop and go 30 seconds. Are they exiting the pit too fast?
I think they're getting on the power a bit early, boys. I think that's what's happening.
Just steaming out, and they're just getting stop and goes, and Peter Sweeten's race now is effectively like we said about Krebs.
Is that 30 second? Is that 30 seconds? Oh, that's hefty.
30 seconds stop and go.
That's
it's a lot more than 30 seconds if you have to consider going into the pit and out the pit as well. These drivers have to be more careful leaving the pits.
Yeah, he's played Monopoly and he's picked up a community chest that goes straight to jail. By the looks of it. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Straight to jail.
Yeah, you paid £5,000 to drive the BMW, and
it's a hefty fine. It's a hefty fine.
It's I had high hopes of Piers in this race.
It just adds a little interesting view bit early on, halfway through the race. We can start a conversation. Guns.
It's a shame, really, because usually he's
make sure you vote.
Top 5 runner. At least
if you vote someone who's not on the list, make sure you vote over and state who else.
So that's a shame for Piers and it's probably waiting for next week already. Oh, we just missed an overtake. Oh.
Summerall up to third.
He did lose that position though. He lost it to Mustafa. I think he might have had a bit of a moment, and Mustafa and Bola got ahead of him at some point.
I think they were fourth and fifth, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, someone ahead of him's I think hit the pits now.
Santama's just hit the pit.
Yeah. There we go.
And that's the halfway mark for Santama. He's gonna have nice fresh tyres for the end of the race now. I'm not sure what his refueling tactics are, but yeah, that should be him now. Of course, he'll just find himself
Lightning
in
McQueen
position.
Just fuel, no tyres.
Just fuel, no tyres. Yeah, just fuel, no tyres. Unfortunately, it is a mandatory tyre switch, so maybe switch tyres, no fuel. Find Schmidt in P5. Schmidt also had a mistake. I think in both races, was it not? In Walkins Glen, he found himself in a bit of a bad position.
He ended up taking Fusion out, I think. He spun out.
Yeah, he did. And he
moved
forward. Yeah, he moved forward, and I just remember that one. And,
Fusion was looking to throw the book at him, but unfortunately for Schmidt, it didn't suffice.
And speaking of Fusion, look what he's just found himself with.
Drive-through, nice.
And it's already a kick in the
old chops.
Metaphorical private areas.
Stop and go for triple five. Who's 555? They've just gone
again. No, I think he might have just. He has finished his drive-through. Yeah, it's stop and go. Sorry, so that was Peter Ween's stop and go. He's 30 seconds, so he seems he's cleared that now. But he's now in P21, which is behind Angel now, which is not where he wants to be at all. If you consider the fact that he was P6, P5 just prior to this, so. Schulz, Shankstar making a crack. Shankstar making an overtake. I don't think I've ever seen it in life, but there we go. We've seen it today in ACC, and that'll be going in the replay folder. What an overtake from Shankstar.
Well, that's going straight on the montage.
It's straight on the montage.
we'll see that tomorrow.
Don's testing now on the straight, and Don just
immediately
blows past Shank. And Santana just throws in.
He's had enough. He's had enough of these boys slowing him down.
And Summerall just going as well. These aggressive drivers.
Here you go. I'll just go outside.
Shank feeling like the Riley Reid of ACC cars. This is Jesus. The amount of people around him for that split second must have been terrifying.
The Shank as Riley Reid. Oh my days. Well. It looks like we know what his new pitch is going to be moving forward in the court. If there's anything he can edit that.
He was just
oh, bro.
Surrounded.
I think I'm gonna go on meme generator right now and make it. I think that
Shank. There'll be a huge ticket there involved, I imagine. Who is that? Stepanov challenging for that position there on.
You're telling me, Guns, that was out of left base.
Actually, Malcolm. Usually one of our faster drivers, unfortunately, but he's having a decent race at the moment. Unfortunately, not in the points as of yet. Just gonna move around a little bit and have a look at. I mean, Shank's still being attacked by Malcolm now, actually.
Fastest lap up to now by Schultz is 150.
Well, no. It's that was his last lap. His
his
fastest
last lap.
Is actually is 147.1. Yeah. So the average pace of it is, I mean, I think he's slow on average pace at the moment in comparison with a few other drivers. Malcolm's he's actually quicker than Malcolm at the moment.
Oh, stepping off. That was we might give the benefit of the doubt, but that looks a bit overzealous on the cut on the sausage.
There's a lot of curve riding there, and Corsio's going to be terrified knowing that he has to come past these next few drivers whilst they're fighting. And I think
Corsio's pitted. I think he went first for the undercut, but.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Always shanked with a train of cars behind him. He's being ran by the train. That's what Vic said. He's being ran by the train.
So
choo.
Weird position here. So Santam has pitted. Schmidt has yet to pit. I hope he knows that he has to. He does. Peter just.
Well. No! There's nothing Dawn can do about it because Schmidt's lost all balance due to that little bump.
That was a horrendous bump by Peter, and I think he was being lapped as well, which is going to make the situation a lot worse.
Yeah.
Sour taste in Schmidt's mouth.
That's going to be going.
That's straight to the tickets.
Yeah,
straight to the tickets.
I think that's the first one we'll see.
Summerall is finally pitted. Now we'll see where he ends up.
Big locomotive. Big locomotive. We're talking about a big choo-choo stream.
I don't think he's going to end up too far down the line. Tom now makes that position on Summerall as well. Tom in P6. And we're going to go down the board now.
Didn't really expect that by Joris, to be honest. Didn't expect that.
12
might have a good excuse.
I'm not sure what's going on.
But he caused Schmidt to lose all ends.
Flag he does. There we go.
And there's nothing Dawn could do about it when he was trying to regain
a 12-second gap to
the back end,
who is having to pass these blue flags, which is probably the most terrifying thing to do in an ACC race. And then followed by him is the Schmidt, who had
back up to second.
Schmidt yet to pit as well. Maybe this might be the lap to do it. Schmidt.
Holgaard yet to pit.
Probably dead. Velhurst, who's actually provisional P3 once Schmidt pits. Clark Kent follows behind on a 12-second gap.
Velhurst has gone about his business today.
He did last race.
He just went about his business.
Walkins just did the work.
I like that. Silent assassin.
Kept it honest. Yeah, kept it clean.
Stuck
to his race and a disqualification.
What was that Shinobi game on the Sega Mega Drive?
Shinobi.
Was it actually called Shinobi?
I'm pretty sure it was just called Shinobi, yeah.
Well, Velhurst is Shinobi now.
It was a bit wild by Williams, honestly. Just getting it's so difficult because, you know, you're trying to overtake these blue flags, but these blue flags are also at mid-race with other people around them, and you find yourself in such a crazy position.
It's a dire situation when people are getting blue flag.
And ACC is, GT racing itself is
the chunky boys, the cars, they're very very wide, the girthy. So there's not much track to play with when you're trying to go around someone on a blue flag.
Yeah, so we have Schmidt P3, P4, Velhurst, Clark Kent, our boy, P5, Tom, P6, that's Tom Fifi. P7 is Jay Sean. He's
Jay Sean? Maybe going down.
Don't remind me of that. Good Lord. He's been
baby, don't worry.
Despite the name of Jay Wolf, he is the one being hunted by the pack of Summerall. And Summerall, I believe, is on fresher tyres. I don't think these pit.
There's a new Alpha in town.
Oh, God, it reminds me of those horrendous Alpha TikTok videos, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah.
You know which one
I know which ones you're on about, where they pretend to run like wolves. I know exactly which ones you're on about. The family. God.
The family.
We'll just call them the family.
The family. Bowler in the points in P10 now. This is a great race from Bowler, by the way.
Imagine getting your old lady around. Ma, just stand there and pretend to be a wolf while we record it.
Are we still on the wolf thing? Drop the wolf thing.
No, we will not drop it.
About the wolf thing. Schmidt finally pits. I think he's going to end up so far down.
Ignatieff with the disqualification. Yeah, he's still racing.
Fair play, he stayed in the pits. He's not left the race, you know. He's still chilling there. He's just probably watching it. It's unfortunate for him. I'm not entirely sure what happened, and I guess we're going to find out towards the end. But Schmidt's going to be dropping down some positions now. And
up to now, we've got Summerall as driver of the day.
Yeah, if we're looking at statistics, let's have a look. So Summerall, well, I mean Clark Kent's 24 positions, apparently 24 positions. So
barely.
But yeah, Clark Glen's having an amazing race.
He qualified quite poorly as well, didn't he?
Well, I think that's where all the positions have been made. You know, once these pit stops kind of happen, you end up find a position that you probably should have been all race, or at least from qualifying with the pace you set. So yeah, it's usually the case anyway. The Spitfire of Bomber Clark not far behind Romeo. Schmidt is just falling down the positions as well. And Pookie has found himself very far down. And I'm not sure how that's happened. Is that through a late pit stop? Is that through a mistake that's been made? I mean, he's still in the points, I believe, but...
I'm just looking at the team standings for the season. So at the moment in first, before calculations are taken into account, we have Barari on 28.5 points in first. Zesty Grandpa Racing with 16.5 points. Oh my God,
Stepanov. Just interrupt you there. Yep, Stepanov got a drive-through and he decided that
that was enough.
Life wasn't worth living anymore and drove straight into the wall. I don't know how we seem to just happen to find all these clips, but good Lord. That is put Max Verstappen Silverstone crashed to shame. It was something else.
He said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus.
So Full Flamingo Club in third with 9 points. Jaffa Cake Racing with 8.5 points in fourth. The Goats in fifth with 7 points. The Fets in sixth with 5 points. Team Bombs, is it Bombs? Yeah, it's Bombs Hell with 3.5 points in seventh. Sherlock's Angels with 2 points in eighth. Team Grace, no points in ninth. Team RXF in 10th, no points. BFR Racing Esports in 11th. The Malcolmites, 12th. Ooh. Team McLaren, 13th.
I'm just going to interrupt you there. Just crucify. There is an overtake about to be made by Peter on the outside. Slow it, taking it in. And Petersby makes it stick on the outside and takes a position through the first two corners of the track. That was a cracking overtake. I was just kind of silently watching that as you was reading the constructor position.
Just can't handle the pace of Peter Weems.
I mean...
He's ridiculous. He is.
Peter Weems is quick. It's a shame that he had that penalty. And we've just got a drive-through there for...
Track limits.
Malcolm, unfortunately for Malcolm, finds himself with a drive-through. And what was an alright race for Malcolm is now just basically... It pretty much ended. You know, there's always a chance for him. If he's P16, there's always that chance of something happening up front for him to get that position, but for the points. But fortunately, now he just has a drive-through, and that's going to set him back so far down the grid now.
And in 14th, we have Tacona SAS Racing, and in last, unfortunately, we have Twinfinity, which is probably one of the best names out of all of them. They're not doing the name any justice.
No, not at all. Santana now with the fastest lap of 141 flat. Just 16 seconds lead now from Corsial.
20 minutes left of the race as well.
I mean, it's evident who our winner is, right? He has to make a mistake now for there to be any sort of challenge on that position on P1.
This
bit of a lag spike there.
Vic, they should cement his place as a driver now, should it not? Going into the next race.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 races. Oh, and Corsial and I think Bumberclaw just call out sorts there. And I think Corsial was either broke late or was just following Bumberclaw's line. I'm not quite entirely sure what was happening. And he was a blue flag, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think Bumper Clark said, "No thanks, no damage. I'll just take the corner, cut it, come back to the track."
Yeah, that's all right. Well,
no one's hurt. Everyone lives.
Yeah, and we'll be in lap now. Verhulst again, like we said, having a lonely race.
Shinobi. I think if we go, just want to quickly go to the driver standings now. So we have Abe Santama on 28 points, not racing for any team. Jay Wolf. Getting a bit squirrely there by Jay Wolf from the exit.
I think Summerall might be the driver of the day, and honestly, we've seen him make.
He's Alonso reincarnate.
I'm sorry to hear that, Gecko, mate. What was your name in race, so we just know who you are?
The car was undrivable. Oh no!
Not sure who Gecko is, unfortunately, in race. Hopefully, he lets us know. Oh, Romeo! No, wait, Romeo, we lost you. No,
not Romeo. Done.
No, he is done. He's actually done. Oh my god, no.
He was currently second. We were just about to say your name. He's currently second in drivers with 23 points. Dorazio with 17 points. Peter Ween with 13.5 points. Halgard, 11.5 points. Vilhurst, 10 points. Jay Wolf, 9 points. Tom, 7 points. Clark Kent, who we know is Charlie Kent, 6.5. Slovic, 5. Debola, 3. Summerall on 2. Schmidt on 2. B. Wilson, 2. Angel, 2. Bumper Clark, 1.5. And then the 4 racers on 0 points. Dawn, Fusion, Sherlock, and Schroeder.
Oh yeah, Schroeder's not here this race, is he?
No.
Slovic's been overtaken by Piers Weem now as well. And Piers Weem now finds himself back into the points despite the...
I like that, Peter. I like that.
...penalty that he received. So at least there's something to take from the race for now.
We know you got the pace, son. We know it.
16 minutes left for him to make still a big difference. You know, he's not far from Bombercloud, which I imagine he might be able to make. He is a very quick driver, so...
What was Bombercloud's last lap?
Well, if we're looking at last laps...
Because Peters did a 148.6 on the dot.
Well, Bombercloud did a 147, so who knows?
Ooh.
Yeah, but...
Where did that come from?
There's a lot of pace difference going on here. I think 147 to 138 are laps that maybe someone's had a little bit of a mistake on, because the average here is looking around 143, 140. Unless you're Santama, and then it's 140s, because you're a freak of nature.
You just refer to the man as a freak of nature.
He's an alien. There's a specific name for these people.
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
We see graphics. This man sees code.
He does. And Chris and Dawn find themselves next to one another, with Sherlock being sandwiched in there as a blue flag.
I feel like we need to get the meme for Saitama where Morpheus says he's beginning to believe.
Sherlock is a blue flag, but he's taking position. Is he? I can't.
He's unlapping himself. I rate it.
Well, I think Sherlock is saying here, Krebs is lapping him. I can't tell. No, this is an actual race. I thought these were lapping.
Oh, it's Schultz. That's the blue flag.
Sherlock's
the boys.
Krebs and Dawn.
Listen, the most vicious typing I've ever seen from one man in my life will be Sherlock. Never uttered a word. No one knows his voice. Only a select few, probably his mother and his father.
Will he take the late break? That's him behind Sherlock.
I would listen. If I was in that McLaren, I'm taking that late break. I'm sorry. It breaks so much later than any car on that grid that you just have. Sherlock gets outsourced. Yeah, I thought he did.
And will Dawn do the same thing?
A lot of oversteer coming through the exit.
Dawn now in the
This gives Krebs a chance.
Krebs just a little bit further ahead, and Sherlock looks to risk it, and Krebs gets outsourced, and Sherlock takes that position back, but he doesn't, because Krebs still gets to run on him. What is going on?
There's so much respect between these three that they all just give each other acres going through that chicane.
Oh it's so tight here, and Dawn looking to send it on the inside, and he might just...
Sherlock spinned it!
And Verhulst has to go and just
Listen,
take a little bit safer just as he's lapping these aggressive drivers.
Verhulst is like, oh no, not this.
Not this again.
Not this.
And Dawn hands the position over, and in doing so, Sherlock looks to take the opportunity to overtake Dawn.
Sherlock, you madman.
I don't know if Dawn took the blame on himself as Sherlock's issue.
I think he was blue flagged, so he was giving it back, and Sherlock just went, I'll gladly take that back. Thank you very much.
I think, if you're going to go that slow, you know what I mean? Don't mind.
There's a blue flag, and then there's stopping.
Honestly, just let him take you on the corner. Oh, Lord. Well, Krebs has now found himself in a bit of a better position away from Sherlock and Dawn, his teammate. So he's probably going to feel a little bit safer now with that little bit of a gap made and wanting to...
I do wish, like, this game, you could bump draft like you do on GT, because it's such a great technique. Say a gap's opening up to those in front, bump drafting can bring you back into the race.
Yeah, I think... I mean, these guys are being lapped, so I'm not sure what it's going to really do for these two.
Hey, we've got Clark Kent in P4, by the way.
I know. I mean,
Peter Romeo just pointed it out.
Here, and I'm sorry to ignore these top four, but the gaps are just so big. Like, it's honestly, there's not really much going on other than these guys just stick races and being just in their own worlds. It's I mean, he's 22 seconds clear of the driver behind him. It's not even a competition at this point.
No, but I do like this because a lot of people they're like, oh, I'm really quick, and now there's something to attain. There's a skill. There's quite evidently a skill gap that they can see with their own eyes that they have to grind towards. And I do like that because Saitama was only his second quicker than anyone in qualifying. I'm sure he was a second quicker than anyone else.
He was the second quicker, yes.
That's ridiculous.
And the gap between Corsial and Verhulst is just ridiculous as well. If I'm right, we're going off what it says here, he's 40 seconds behind apparently, and that would prove correct if you look at where Corsial is and where Verhulst. They're on separate parts of the track, so
12 and 6, 12 and 6.
P1, P2, and P3 is just insane. Clark Kent is only 10 seconds behind Verhulst.
You're telling me, chum. You're telling me they are setting a precedent and a level that some people cannot fathom at the moment.
Between Clark and Summerhill, he's been on a huge charge, but I don't think his position changes anything from here onward.
We were listening to some of them who were quite disheartened by the pace that the front runners are setting.
Fantastic race from him.
That they don't
all the overtakes.
That if they're not racing for a point, they feel like they don't want to race. Which I try to coerce them, like that's something you need to work towards closing the gap.
Lurking in the background.
Because it's all about hours spent. It's not about, for me, sim racing is more about hours spent learning your craft. There's no like in football, you've got it or you're not. You know, like a raw talent.
In this race as well.
Obviously, there's people that actually race. It's completely different. But I feel like in sim racing, it's more like hours spent and learning your craft, learning your gear.
Found himself drifting around a few of the corners. Actually, he's P10, top 10 position for him. And the gap between him and Pookie is so big that I don't see that being made. But maybe Schmidt might.
I love it.
Drive him to that position.
I love
Schmidt is only
a vast dispersion of skill.
Pookie.
Because then you get your own little pockets of fighting. I love it. And it creates rivalries as well.
Oh, of course, F1. It gives everybody a sort of a incentive to race, almost. You know, it almost depends on what kind of driver you are. It's like you either have an incentive. I'm going to keep going because I want to be that fast, or you just give up because you're never going to be that fast. I think it entirely just depends on the person.
I'm on the side of once I see where people are, I want to close that gap kind of thing. That's just my mindset.
Oh, sorry guys.
Like you know, like our friend Scally on FIFA. Oh, is that Bumper Clark?
It's not. It's Wilson.
It's Wilson.
It's his teammate. It's his teammate.
B. Wilson. Wait, was it
still sits in the points?
Wasn't it Wilson that every time we came in, give him airtime, he was unfortunately backpedaling?
Yeah, unfortunately so.
He's doing better than he is on his last 3 races.
I mean, he's ahead of Shankstar, he's ahead of Malcolm, he's ahead of Hallgard, and well, I mean, 4 other races. So
let's skip Romeo. He doesn't deserve that. He don't deserve that airtime. No, but back to that point. Like we have a friend that was exceptionally talented at FIFA, and I love FIFA, and that was the goal. And he won't admit it, but I'm a right Vic in saying that I forced him onto Pez.
You forced him onto
No,
Pez.
I did, and he knows he did. He knows I did.
He will say he knows Pez more.
Bro, there's clips of me making him turn off console and not chatting to me for a day. But that's my mindset in things. I want to get as good to the point where I'm better than that person.
That's a correct mindset to have, especially when it comes to like racing and
of
course in tight as well, because you know the gaps can be so big, like we're seeing here in these 70-minute races. The gaps can be so big that it's kind of like, well, you know, I want to be the guy to either keep up with the guy setting up huge gaps. He can't keep just doing it, you know.
I'd be looking at the setups of Santama and looking at race replays and looking the lines he's taking, because he does post his stuff online, by the way. So he gives you a very like knowledgeable insight to how he takes his lines and his braking points and accelerating points and how he takes his corners. So he's giving you all the information to be as good as him. So it's like a step-by-step guide of how to get that quick, if you know what I mean, Vic.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, I don't think he might be giving away his setups. I know ACC setups are very.
He was selling them for free.
I think like his race ones.
Yeah.
I would have thought he's. I mean, I know hot lap setups are very much given out. I know the AC setups.
See you shortly, Peter.
Are at least the hot lap ones are kind of given out, but I know for race setups they're very. Very rarely shared.
No Coach Dave in the house, no.
I mean, I do. I just give it. I don't like giving them out. Do you know what I mean? But I know people do. They kind of like hold on to him. So Pookie's still under attack by Schmidt now, and he's probably about another 5 laps, 4 or 5 laps before he's before this threat of attack is done. And unfortunately, he's just got to hang in there until
exactly,
then.
chum.
But I know if we know Schmidt, he is a man of
Santama's at the front, and he gives you an insight to why he's so quick.
It's a shame for Pookie, because Pookie
that's a window of improving.
Top 5, and I'm not sure if pit strategy might have ruined his race or potential overfueling, refueling. I'm not entirely sure what it was.
I think Pookie did say he was going for the full hog. He did say he was going to go for max refuel and not wanting to refuel at all, just change his tyres.
That doesn't explain how he's ended up 6 positions down from where he was. Surely it wouldn't have that bad of a repercussion to not fuel in the pits. I don't know.
It might be very heavy.
If you fuel whilst your tyres are being switched, I'd always imagine that having half for one half of the race and then putting in the next half of fuel would always be faster than having a full tank, because you're still fueling up when the tyres are being put on anyway. So there would be no advantage of holding.
No, well, I forgot who it was. He used to. Was it the man that? He was the race engineer for, I think, Tyrrell. It was. I'm sure it was, or was it Lotus? It was one of the two in the late 80s, and he figured out that if you had on board less fuel and just came in and refueled, that you're essentially quicker in the race length. But unfortunately, we had an instance of refueling where people were set alight and they banned refueling.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame them, right? I saw those where the oil just flies everywhere.
Well, they've banned it again because it's every time they give it an opportunity, a fuel line will just go across the track, and they're like, help us help you. You're not helping us. FIA just ban it. Every time we give you a chance, you give you an inch, you go a mile, kind of thing.
Yeah, they always find some optimal way, and it always ends up being somewhat dangerous, right?
That was the one with...
Still creeping on the back of Sherlock here.
That was with Jos Verstappen, wasn't it?
Sherlock known for his defending. I think Dawn's gonna have
Jos Verstappen was satellite, wasn't he, in 1994?
On them at all.
Yeah. Thought it was.
Fusion's still going. He's P19.
Very famous one, but
still Fusion for a while, and to a point where I genuinely thought.
Well, every time I'm right though, in saying what I am, Argon's like every time there's refueling, they always seem to muck it up. Have a fuel line just spread over the pit lane, just leaking oil and fuel.
That as a win for the time being.
Got 3 minutes left of the race. Summerall to 6th. Wolf 7th, Shaw 8th.
Yeah, we're going to go through them now. And
Tom's in 5th, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We're about to go through. So we got the Santama now with 24-second gap. Corsial, who's still P2. And yeah, like I said, these are all in
That's the one that literally came to my mind, Guns. The Massa one. Where the massive aluminium fucking pipe was just hung all over the pit lane when it got stuck by the F1 engineers. Was it engineers? That's what they're called, aren't they? The pit engineers.
Behind him, just lurking in the background of that pack coming in the back there is...
That one's fully ingrained in my brain. That's the one I was thinking of.
Which is an impressive showing from Tom. Again, if you consider last race that he was around the P8, P9 area.
Speaking to Tom earlier today, though, he didn't have much confidence in this race, to be honest. He felt like he was just turning up to just turn up, but some big points he's got on today. We've only, 2 minutes left and probably a lap.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's switched places with Pookie here. I one point I generally was getting the names wrong because now it's Tom in P5 and Pookie in P11, and I think at one point it was the other way around now. So I'm not sure what's happened here, but it seems like Tom's strategy seems to have been the correct one, and Pookie's being the
are they
the
teammates?
between these two. They are, yeah, they are.
They are teammates.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happened between them, but it seems to kind of swap positions. Someone's kind of got it right, someone's kind of got it wrong, and yeah.
Yeah, when F1 show me he is the man in our league at the moment.
I don't know what it is about it.
He's been talked to. He's been like struggling with setups and finding pace on ACC. So this will give him a massive boost of confidence going forward. Like now he's in like. You can see the podiums, if you know what I mean. Whereas he's normally like 10th, 11th, 8th.
Staffing also in the points. Pookie just trying to clear Schmidt, and Peter Zweem was somehow latched onto the back of Schmidt, and Peter Zweem makes another overtake. Now Pookie's under more threat than ever with Peter's pace. I just want to make sure I don't miss Santama going over the line a bit. I'm just going to stay around here for a few seconds. Pookie only has to survive one more lap. And Peter Zweem, again, despite
spot on.
Stop and go that he had, has found himself in a great position. Take P11 away
it's a bit like
Pookie.
What's it called? Imposter syndrome. You don't feel like you belong until you belong, and then you can start, you know what I mean, flexing your shoulders and pumping your chest out and going, you know what, I am the man.
Jump on Santama now, who comes through the twisty bits. I do forget the names. I've literally had the names there not long back, but now the last two corners of Imola track. No mistakes made. Just insane pace. 25 seconds from P2. And I think it was never in doubt that who was going to win the race. And it's Sam now in P1 wins the race. Round 2 of Imola. Winner is Santama. And like we say, the gap is utterly insane. Like I said, all my chips were on Santama from the get-go.
Rivazza. Hey, listen,
P6,
I had it all set up. It's all gone to cahoots.
Of course, he'll be coming round now.
GG's, everyone.
Of course, he'll be slotted nicely into a P2 position.
GG's, everyone 6. GG's.
It's a cracking race for his first race in Huts. That's a great race from him. P2. Verhul so far behind.
But still a podium, nonetheless.
Still a podium, nonetheless, despite the gap.
Points are points at this point.
Listen, yeah.
Interview time. Who we gripping? Who's getting gripped up?
Yeah, I think I'll let Crucify do these ones. But I will go through this now just before we do move to interviews. Just let everybody finish the race and settle down a little bit, and then we'll get underway with those. And Verhul's now just crossing the line into P3. What a great race from him again, showing consistency from Walkins Glen. Superman the same.
Hey, Superman.
P4. Great race
thanks for
him.
tuning in, Guns, man. Thank you.
Probably wanted more from it, but P4 in such a long race.
Oh, what's the project?
And Tom,
is that for the new Forza, by the way?
Into this race, going into P5. It's a great position for him as well.
Oh, Sherlock!
Jesus.
We know why he's
Sherlock
done that.
Having a bit of a joke at the end of the race there.
We know why he's done that.
Rating of them.
We know why he's done that shit.
In P6.
I'm putting in a ticket for him. Putting in a ticket for him.
Jay Shaw P8. Bowler P9. Mustafa P10. 11 for Peter Sweeney, so he didn't make the over. Oh, he did make the over.
Projects are projects, man. Something to work on, something to enjoy.
But Pookie says P12 here. Schmidt
P13. I did give Horizon a bit of a go. It just weren't for me. Didn't feel like Forza, if you know what I mean.
A sad P16.
Oh, chum, that's Sherlock in a nutshell. It's just like it's an inside joke. No one was hurt by it. The race is finished, kind of thing. But he's a sniper on the keyboard, our Sherlock. Doesn't talk. Catch you later, Guns, man. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll bring in the people for
yeah, man.
Yeah, for the interviews, and we'll grab some.
Yeah, nothing to be worried about, chum. It's just Sherlock being Sherlock. He knew the race was over. He knew Tom's race had finished. It's just like a little, yeah. It's all love, but if you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, standard Sherlock move at the end there.
The sniper himself.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of predicted who was going to win that race, right? Like,
we certainly did. We certainly did.
It's a bit obvious, right? Like the pace just into the qualifying alone was enough to kind of give you a major giveaway of who was going to win that.
I do want. I think he put in practice this week. I think he realised it was close for him last week at Walkins Glen, and he thought, I'm not having this. I'm going to put this one to bed early doors. Set the precedent with qualifying being a second quicker. It looked like the Red Bull, to be honest. It looked like the Red Bull. It was just too quick. And he just drove off into the sunset and no one even knew where he was by the end of it.
Aye, this might be a recurring thing from Santema if he comes to the next race. I mean, yeah, everybody has a person to beat now at least, you know, so
yeah.
Everybody going into the next race looking to challenge Santema's
we have
championship reign currently for
we've got Peter Romeo, who's probably waiting to be interviewed, I'm guessing.
I mean, we did get him last week. I would love to bring in Pookie. I want to know everything.
Yeah, well,
we could find
there he
out
is.
About Romeo's incident as well. So, could we potentially message Pookie to bring him in? Do you reckon?
Sorry, what was that? I was just reading everyone congratulating each other in the ACC League General. Some nice words.
Okay. That's good. I'm thinking, do we bring in Pookie?
I think we grab Pookie. I think it'd be nice to speak to Pookie.
Let's have a little message.
Just turn the Spotify down a bit for the ambience. There we go. Yeah, Summerhill was voted driver of the day.
I think Summerall deserved it with all the overtakes.
Zach wants an interview. Summerall.
Okay.
Big man
If
Summerall.
If Summerall does want that, type in a chat so that we can get him over.
Yeah, tell him to jump into any chat, Jabber, and we'll drag him. There he is, post-race interview. He's in there. Let's hop in. Big Zach Summerall, how we going?
Hi boys, how you doing?
We're good, man. What a race. Voted driver of the day as well.
Yeah, I didn't even realise about that. I've just seen it.
yeah, you're putting on a clinic today. Some of them overtakes were clean, son. Clean.
That wasn't too bad for no practice. So.
Really?
I turned up before qualifying.
Oh, you just
I was
straight in.
I got home from work at 7 o'clock, and I was like, "Shit, I need to go." Oh, sorry, I just swore.
It's cool, man.
I need to go. I need to go start the computer up and like actually get in the server, and it was like 3 minutes of qualifying.
Oh.
So I didn't have any time to do a lap.
Oh, is that why you were so far back? We were actually confused.
I didn't actually do a lap, so I started last.
Yeah, we were both confused, me and Vic, like where you were, and because we understand that you've got pace going into most races from the past two races.
I just didn't have time. I got home like 5 minutes before the session started for qualifying. Booted the computer up, got in the server, ran inside and had the fish and chips that my mum had made.
Hey,
and then,
don't knock fish and chips, man. Elite.
And then came back and I was like a minute left on the session. I was like, right, well, I need to go and do a lap so at least I know the setup works still, because I have a setup already. I had one from previous races that I've done here that still worked. I just needed to know that it still worked. And then started last. Donut started with me, my teammate Charlie.
He really did. He put in some clever overtakes today.
Like just pound through the paces. Like it was difficult at the start with some of the slower cars, and the restart didn't help. But
me and Vic don't understand what happened at the start for the restart to occur.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Did you not see what?
Well, my philosophy was I was starting last, so I knew that Imola T1 is always a bottleneck. So if you start last,
Tom with a sub.
Accelerate.
Thank you, Sonny Jim. Welcome to Hot's baby.
I ended up, like in sixth by the kink, because I was like, well, there's no point in me trying to be there because I'm just going to end up inside an accident. So I didn't end up doing that. And then everything happened around me. There was a few cars that went off, but there wasn't too many, and I didn't think it was worthy of a restart, but whoever decided that.
Yeah, we didn't either. We only thought it was like, it's just one of them racing incidents. The whole grid wasn't wiped out by it.
No, it wasn't like it was everyone from first down. It was a few positions, like maybe 20th backwards for a few places. That's what? 6, 7 cars.
I think what was agreed was if it was 4 or 5 cars that is the
okay.
and I think
about
4 or 5 probably went off. So I think
but
that's probably what it was.
I think that was when we had a 20 race grid. Now we have a 30 race grid, so I don't think it's really warranted anymore.
I mean, we'll look into it anyway.
Either way, it was still.
I'm glad we had a lot of races today, because it's setting the precedent that we're starting to just fill the spots up. And it makes for more interesting fights. It makes for more stories going forwards. Like yourself, just come home late, loads up the game.
It's like I left work on time, and that's the thing. I finished work at 5:30, and it takes me an hour to get home, depending on the traffic. That's a good run. So if I end up taking an hour and 15 minutes, that gets me home at like 6:45. And then I don't have time to do anything, so I have to like pre-practice earlier on, or hope I've got a setup or something.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't very happy with last week. I hated how I drove last week. I wasn't very happy with that.
We were still impressed.
The sprint format got to my head, and I thought, I'm starting towards the back, and then I lost a few places. I had a spin in both races, and then I was like, right, okay, well, in that case, I've not got time. I need to make up time now, and that's what made me...
Hey, you did well today, Tom. You did really well, mate.
I wasn't happy with how I drove at all last week, but this is much better. So 4th and a 6th, that'll do.
Yeah, I would definitely say that this is definitely a comeback race as opposed from last week.
Well, his back was against the wall, wasn't it, today?
I mean, you could say that.
When we came on board,
else was against the wall because he made at least 20 overtakes. So, you know, I'd say it was everybody else against the wall, and Summerall was just charging him down. So
yeah, he was hunting.
I think you're definitely our driver of the day, to be honest.
Definitely trying. Voted
pretty early as well.
Really?
We've halfway through the race. The pace you were setting, the overtakes, the moves you were making were just lovely, and it was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and so it was an odd one because as soon as I got behind Deck, I knew Deck's one of my teammates in the Enduros, and I knew he was on similar pace to me, but he's in a different car. And I didn't know how he got on with that, but I knew that if I could get my head down and maybe get past him, I knew I'd got pace to set laps and just pound laps in, and then I'd be able to push forward again.
Yeah.
And then I managed to overcut him in the end. He pitted early, and that gave me some free air. I almost got Wolf again, but it was tight. I thought I'd got him, and then all of a sudden I didn't, and then it cost me a few laps. And I almost caught Jamie, and then obviously he had his spin, which was a shame because I was looking forward to that battle. But otherwise, good race.
Yeah, very good race.
Well, great racing from you, and hopefully we see that in Zolder as well.
Was it Zolder next?
When is that? Is that next weekend?
Yeah, it is. 60
I'm
minute
not here.
Race. Well, that is unfortunate. So thankfully you got some good points here in this race.
Yeah, I'm not here for that. I think there's maybe two, I think it might be three actually that I can't do because I'm away at work. I'm away with work, so I'm at Port Ricard next weekend. I fly out on Thursday morning, and then I'm at Goodwood Revival the weekend after. So,
well, you're actually at the event.
Yeah.
Oh, mega!
we got a GT40 and something else going, so that'll be horrendous. Revival is so busy. There's so many people. You just have to move people out of the way. But yeah, there's 2 weekends I can't do back to back, which is a shame. I like Zolder. I can't remember what the other one is.
Monza.
There you go. Yeah, Monza's always an iffy one for me. I'm not really sure about how the McLaren likes it. I've never actually really driven it there, to be honest.
It's high curbs in it on Monza. So.
Yeah, that's not a major. I'm not too worried about missing that one. But other than that, and then I think there's only one other one that I can't do after that. But otherwise, yeah, pretty happy.
Oh, perfect.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Bloody hell, slow it down, Zach.
No worries. I'll let you go to someone else.
Yeah, man. And
great race.
Well done on driver of the day,
mate. Yeah, man. Congratulations, pal.
Cheers, boys. Thanks very much.
Have a good one.
Bye. I think our boy Clark Kent wanted to speak.
Let's get Clark in.
If there's a way to drag him in with drop a message, it's Donut. Here, if I can find him.
Donut. Yeah, Charlie Kent. There we go.
Let me message him. Just wait for him to jump into somewhere so we can. Unless they can jump in here, I'm not entirely.
No,
sure
I think they can go. I think the permissions are they can actually get in here. Anyone that's it's for anyone with race ACC privileges.
Okay, well I assume I have messaged him. In the meantime, we could talk to Pookie.
Can do.
Yeah.
We need to ask him about what the strategy was.
Let me just jump in there real quick to tell him that we're going to try.
Just quickly skimming through chat and seeing what people are saying.
Yeah, whilst we're waiting for Donut, if he does make an appearance, we will interview Pookie. Hi, Pookie. What happened, buddy? What happened? Because you were flying at the top in P6, P5, and you switched positions with Tom by the looks of it. But it was strange. Right. Oh, sorry, but let's not forget where you finished. Yeah, P11. So
I had a drive-through. All right, I had a drive-through.
Oh, right. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah. The thing is, I
how
went
bad was the drive-through?
Huh?
Would you hit hard? Because we seen someone get hit with a 30-second.
No, that's a stop and go. I just drove through.
Oh. Fair play. What was the strategy then? Did you go full fuel?
Nah, I think I started with a bit less than 50 liters. Wanted to pit a bit earlier to have the chance or to undercut. Yeah. And then when I went into the pits, I unfortunately had it that I went below the speed, and I thought I activated the pit limiter, but it seems like it didn't, so I sped up again and was like over the speed limit for half a second. That was enough to get me a drive-through. And then in the second stint, I think I was exhausted. The tires were shit. I was shit. The driving with the G29, to be honest, after getting used to direct drive, it's so much harder. And
it's less responsive, isn't it?
Yeah, and you need to be so precise because you don't feel the car as much. So to be on the line by knowing it, and I'm not into that anymore. I just went off. I lapped a second slower in my second stint, and then also had a little coming together with one of the wolves. I fear it was netcode from my side. I got into his back, but
I mean, it's easily done. It's done. Yeah,
it's GT racing, and there's always going to be elbows out and that kind of thing.
Touring car style, smash them out the way. Well, it was a good race despite the wheel issues, though. Like
you've been down bad for a week, to be honest. You've been trying to sort things out with Moser.
For a month.
You know what I mean? We've got a towel underneath your pedals to stop them from grounding. Like, it's the fact that you was even able to race today is a feat in itself. So credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I won't be here next week, but I hope the week after that I should have.
I think we're going to be left with Vic as of next week, because I am busy weekend, so he's going to have to solo it.
That entirely depends on where I am next week. So well, we will see. There might not be a stream at all yet, by the looks of it.
Oh no! If you can do that to us.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with such a great. It's so nice to have so many drivers.
Oh, it was brilliant to watch. It was actually brilliant. How many did we hit today? 29? 28?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's more than I've seen in way bigger leagues.
It's so good.
Yes, I mean, yeah, and to think Pookie was up there against them all. Oh my god.
I mean, but the top are crazy
They're
for
insane aliens.
Lapping 40s and 41s.
No,
I mean, I thought you were quick watching your practice.
Yeah.
Seeing what they were doing. Like, what the hell?
Vic came in giving us like, Pookie's quick, you know. And he's setting some really fast lap times, and then when we came into the lobby, that alien had set a second faster than anyone else.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, all those YouTube guys who post the hot laps are doing low 40s, and he's doing 40s and I'll qualifying.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Kent's in the chat now asking when Saitama's getting a performance ballast.
I think we need it, don't we?
We need to put some weights in his socks or something.
We'll make a separate ACC league just for him to go around by himself.
Just to race his own ghost.
Yeah. It might be more exciting.
Maybe we should give him the Reiter Lamborghini. That's his.
Yeah. We'll give him a slower car, maybe.
It was
getting that budget Lambo. What was
an exceptional race from you, Tom. By the way, an exceptional race.
It looks like the Lambo.
We were giving you your flowers on stream. Don't worry about that.
ACC, anyway, Pookie, despite the fact that you had your.
Do you want to have a quick chat, Tom? Because we were waiting for Charlie, but he doesn't seem to be about. So
we could generous to give Tom your position. So
yeah, what a nice teammate you are.
Yeah.
What teammate? You know what I mean?
I thought it would be embarrassing beating him with my G29 and the pedals on a towel.
Yeah, it's not.
We know Tom has vibrating pedals, don't we? So that's
vibrating pedals.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? He's got those new force feedback ones. You know, those $5,000 boys. But yeah, great race, Pookie, man, and it was nice having you in here. And hopefully you are back for Monza at least. So, because I know I should be here for Monza.
Is Monza in 2 weeks?
It is.
Yeah.
No, it should be.
90% throttle, 2% brakes.
What a track! Bloody free corners. Right, well, cheers for coming in, Pookie. Anyway, mate.
Yeah, man. We don't seem to have Clark Kent anywhere. I thought we were good.
He's not. No, he's not. He don't want to.
You don't want to, no?
Yeah, I got some misinformation from the housemaster, so I'll be having words with him.
The housemaster. Headlock.
Yeah, spit shine on his bald head. Right. We'll pull you out, Pookie. But it was nice talking to you, man. And
it's a good track, Zolder. It's a really good track. I think you like it, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Very technical.
I'll definitely rewatch your commentary. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
not a great start.
It wasn't a great start. A bit dicey. But we got there in the end. So, yeah, take care, man.
Yeah.
Catch you later, Pookie, man.
Right, I think that wraps it up for today, really, doesn't it? Like, 2 interviews. One being with Summerhill, that's his first interview here, isn't it? So
yeah, so we had Peter Romeo last week. We had Summerhill today. let's hopefully get
we'll
try and get
Santema hopefully next week.
Maybe Peter Ween, Joris. Maybe grab a bit of Joris next week.
Yeah, maybe to get a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, man.
People involved. But great race today.
Can only apologise on my end for my PC not wanting to play ball, but you know that's.
They happen, don't they? And at least we know a way of having a bit of a backup situation now.
That's literally an advert for PCs, though, isn't it? Like you get the best gaming experience, and then some days it'll just bite you.
Yeah. It just hates you for no reason. So unfortunately, it's just the sad way of life. Unfortunately, so yeah, we do apologise for that start, but thankfully we got it back together.
Yeah, we hit the restart button. And we got there in the end.
Yeah, we still had 65 minutes of the race.
Cheers, chum.
So, I'm gonna call it there. I think.
Yeah, me too, man.
And hopefully one of us are here next week. I know there's a lot going on next week, so
yeah, I'm a busy boy next week.
Yeah, same. But hopefully one of us can be here for it. So fingers crossed that is the case, and if not, we'll see you in 2 weeks definitely. Take care, guys, and we look forward to streaming round 3 or round 4 of ACC. And
certainly will.
Any gaps that you might have missed in between, if we do miss it. So yeah, take care.
Have a good one.
Yeah, peace.